What chances do you give Dak Prescott to outplay Russell Wilson Saturday?
Well, check this out. Dak has an offensive line that has been playing better than Russell Wilson's recently. Dak has better receiving targets, or at least options. Dak has a better running game because he has a superstar running back. Dak has a better defense. But Russell Wilson is going to outplay him. And it's not because I have anything against Dak. Dak Prescott, to me, is an average-ish quarterback who rises to the occasion. I believe, I like the cut of his jib. I have liked it since his first preseason game. The way he almost led them back against Aaron Rodgers in the playoff game didn't surprise me. He's that kind of quarterback. Even the touchdown pass that saved the Giants' draft this year to win the game for the Cowboys, thank you, Dak, didn't surprise me. He's that kind of winner. The problem is, so is Russell Wilson. But the difference is, he's experienced. You want to see an experienced Dak Prescott, the guy you hope Dak Prescott can one day become? Look at a guy like Russell Wilson, who, by the way, is also started his career where it's it's really the defense, right? And the defense running game. It's not really the quarterback. He's just a game manager. He has things we like about him, but it's really more of a sense than there's a little air under that ball sometimes. He misses receivers sometimes. He has been through the wars, won a Super Bowl, and is the kind of guy Dak is hoping to become one day. And because of that, I believe in spite of Dak's advantages, Russell Wilson outplays him.
Well, I agree.
Oh, do you?
I agree with your point.
Oh, I
But
see
it's
it
for the
12
wrong
in the
reason.
crowd.
And here's why it is. It's not about Dak Prescott. It's about who the hell's coaching him. I mean, really? I mean, when you got Jason Garrett and Scott Linehan calling plays, you understand? I mean, where's that going to leave you? That's really the problem with all of this with the Cowboys. I got no issues with Dak Prescott in terms of his skill. I think that Dak Prescott is a winner. I think that he finds a way to get things done in the clutch. It's undeniable what they produce. They're 7-1 over the last 8 games. During that period, Dak Prescott's completing 71% of his passes. He's been balling. The reality is, though, think about this. The first half of the season before the break, when they did not have Amari Cooper, you essentially did not have a number one, all right? And these dudes, talking about Jason Garrett and Scott Linehan, actually forgot to give Ezekiel Elliott the ball. I mean, think about that for a second. When you didn't have a number one receiver, you didn't go to your number one weapon. So I have no faith whatsoever in their coaching. I think somehow, some way, it'll get in the way at the most inopportune of times. I don't think that Dak Prescott has the cachet to audible. He can't be an Aaron Rodgers will, for example, and just ignore the plays that Mike McCarthy was sending in at the time. In the case of Jason Garrett, Dak Prescott's not going to do that. So I think that Dak Prescott can do the job, but I think there are roadblocks on the Dallas Cowboys sideline that will prevent him from doing that, and that is why he won't have a better game than Russell Wilson.
Okay, all right. You three remember my preseason Super Bowl prediction, right? My Super Bowl prediction was Dallas Cowboys against Los Angeles Chargers. And at the time, when you laughed, when you mocked it, you said to me, what are you going to do about Jason Garrett? And I said to you this, I believe the talent on this team, on the defensive side, on the offensive line, Zeke Elliott, as you point out, and yes, Dak Prescott could overcome the coaching. I've never once defended Jason Garrett. I've never once defended Scott Linehan.
That's fair.
I thought
That's fair.
they could win in spite of the coaching. Now, was I right? Dak Prescott, in his career, hold on, let's just measure where we are at this moment, because we're talking about at this moment, will Dak Prescott outplay Russell Wilson?
Okay.
What has Dak Prescott done with this coaching staff you both talk about? He has 14 game-winning drives with this coaching staff. Since 2016, since Dak Prescott came into this league, only one quarterback has more wins than him. That quarterback's name is Tom Brady. As far as I can tell, that's the greatest of all time we're talking about. So Dak Prescott has only fewer wins than the greatest of all time since he came into the league. Dak Prescott is flat out a winner. Max,
Wait, are you talking about regular season?
No, I agree with that. Dak is a winner.
You're just talking regular season, though.
Molly, here's the. Let me address that. Here's what
By the way,
I would say.
I think everyone agrees Dak is a winner.
And there are times in a game, Max, where I have seen what you see. Where you're like, Dak, why didn't you hit that pass? Dak, why did you take that sack? And somehow at the end of the game, with 2 minutes left, or a game-winning drive on the line, who comes through?
He's that kind of dude.
Dak Prescott. So this is going to be a close game. I guarantee you this will be a close game. And if that's true,
but
if Dak Prescott has the ball,
Wilson?
If Dak Prescott has the ball with the game on the line, you're betting against Dak.
But what about Russell Wilson? It's the same thing, except he's experienced.
Can I veer away? I'm not disagreeing, but can I veer away from Russell Wilson for just a second? And let me lock in on Will Cain with what you just said. You epitomize. You are a Dallas Cowboy fan. Because you epitomize how this pathetic fan base, that's why they're so pathetic.
Why?
Here's the deal.
Why?
I'm getting ready to tell you why. Dak Prescott, I know he can ball. I just praised him. But Dak Prescott has never won a playoff game, and you just called him a winner and mentioned him in the same breath as Tom Brady. That's the problem with you sorry Cowboy fans.
Let me tell you
right
something.
there.
Let me tell you.
You haven't won anything.
Hold on.
You haven't won anything.
Part of what you listen. I'm objective. I'm a fan, but I am
just talking
objective.
about what you said.
Oh, I know what I said. I know what I said.
All right.
I mentioned him in the same breath as Tom Brady because the stats and the facts require it. It requires it.
But we're not talking about that.
No, we're talking about facts.
No, because listen,
that's what I do.
If I came out here,
that's what I do.
If I came out here and I said that Dak Prescott can't play, if I said he was a scrub, if I said any of that, your point is valid. No, but we all acknowledge he can ball. But you sat up there and said he's a winner, and he hasn't won anything yet.
Now
that's the point.
Now here's my objectivity.
That's the point.
And Molly, you asked this as well. This game must be won by Dak Prescott.
Okay.
To solidify his winner status, which he is often running on, he has to win when it matters. He has to win in the playoffs. I agree 100%. This game is a must-win, not just for the Cowboys, but for Dak Prescott, winner.
But all I'm saying to you and the rest of the Cowboy fans is have the decency to wait for him to win before you call him a winner.